If Honda actually brings back the NSR500 in 2026, most people are going to misunderstand it. They'll expect another spec sheet monster, bigger numbers, faster top speed, more electronics than a spaceship. But that's not what made the NSR500 special in the first place. When I think about the original Honda NSR500, I don't think about horsepower first. I think about chaos. I think about a two-stroke machine that demanded respect. It wasn't built to protect the rider. It was built to win races, and if you couldn't handle it, it didn't care. That's what made it legendary. And if Honda revives it in 2026, I honestly don't think they should chase modern superbike logic. They shouldn't try to beat a Ducati on spec sheets. They shouldn't try to out-tech a MotoGP prototype. They should build something raw. What surprised me when I compared older race bikes to modern machines is how perfect everything feels today. Traction control smooths mistakes, anti-wheelie saves you, slide control calculates what your wrist is doing before you even know it. The old NSR500 didn't calculate, it reacted violently. Most people miss this. Perfection isn't always exciting. I've ridden modern leader bikes, and they're insanely fast, but sometimes they feel like they're doing the riding for you. You twist the throttle, and the bike decides how much power you're allowed to use. With a reborn NSR500, Honda has a rare opportunity. They could build something that reminds riders what it feels like to be slightly uncomfortable. And that discomfort, that's where connection lives. Now here's the mistake I think Honda could make, turning the NSR500 2026 into just another limited edition collector toy, carbon fairings, premium price tag, parked in climate-controlled garages. That would completely miss the spirit. The original NSR500 wasn't about exclusivity, it was about dominance. It was Honda saying, "We are here to win." There was arrogance in it, confidence, precision. If they bring it back, I want it to feel dangerous. Not unsafe, just honest. Maybe it doesn't need 250 horsepower. Maybe it needs 180 brutally delivered horses with a sharp power band. Maybe it needs a lightweight chassis that feels alive under braking. Maybe it should remind riders that throttle control is a skill, not a setting. Another thing I keep thinking about is sound. We lost something when two-strokes disappeared from top-level racing. The scream of a high-revving two-stroke was different. It wasn't just loud, it was angry. A modern NSR500 obviously won't be a pure two-stroke race replica. Emissions rules alone make that nearly impossible. But what if Honda experimented with a lightweight V4 that revs higher than anything else in its class? Not for numbers, for character. Most manufacturers today are chasing refinement, smooth torque curves, usable power everywhere. But what if the NSR500 2026 had a personality? What if it demanded commitment in the top end? That would separate it instantly. Now here's something else people don't talk about enough: weight. We're obsessed with horsepower wars, but when I compare bikes back to back, the ones that feel special are usually the ones that are the lightest, the ones that change direction like a thought. If Honda truly wants to honor the NSR name, they should focus on mass centralization and minimalism. Strip it down, keep it lean, make it feel like a race bike with plates. And yes, it should be dramatic. The original NSR500 had presence. Even standing still, it looked fast. In 2026, design language has become sharp, aggressive, almost robotic. Honda could do something smarter. Blend classic race proportions with modern aero. Subtle winglets, not oversized fins. Clean bodywork that flows. Most people assume nostalgia means retro styling. I disagree. The smartest tribute would be forward-thinking design that carries old racing DNA in its stance, not stickers. Now let's talk about price, because that's where reality hits. If this becomes a $60,000 Halo bike, it becomes irrelevant to most riders. Cool to watch, impossible to experience. And I think that would be a missed opportunity. Honda built its reputation on performance that was attainable. If they can position the NSR500 2026 as premium but not untouchable, it could shift the entire superbike conversation. Because right now, everything feels predictable. Release teaser, announce horsepower, brag about electronics, done. But imagine Honda revealing a bike and saying, this one is built for feel. That would get my attention. At the end of the day, I don't want the NSR500 2026 to be the fastest bike on paper. I want it to be the one riders talk about after they get off it. The one that makes your hands shake slightly. The one that reminds you why you fell in love with motorcycles in the first place. If Honda understands that, the NSR500 name won't just return, it'll matter again.